Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Week 8 of American Ultimate Disc League action. Today we have the Los Angeles Aviators hosting the visiting Seattle Cascades here at Jack Kemp Stadium in Occidental College in beautiful Eagle Rock, California. The Aviators have a 4-3 record on the heels of a 3-game winning streak. Seattle is 2-6, having won their game on the road last night in San Diego. And I am joined here with Katie Killebrew. I am Jake Bomber. Katie, how are you feeling? What are we looking forward to today?
I'm looking forward to this game. These two teams matched up last week, and the Aviators got the Cascades at the end of the doubleheader, and now the Cascades are getting the Aviators at the end of their doubleheader, having played the Growlers into overtime last week.
Ron Egan, a little bit of trouble on the sideline, gets it off to Goss, and they get the disc back into the middle of the field. High floaty disc that Mitchell Steiner makes his presence known early on the defense. Santee with the disc as the Aviators look for their first break of the game. Kirchhoffer to Eddie Finley. Schachner wide open. Continues to, again, Mitchell Steiner completes the bookends in style and lets you know about it. 3-1 Aviators on the ever. So I 100% agree. Much respect to referees who have a very difficult job to do. Another difficult job, completing hammers over double teams. Mitchell Steiner, again, is everywhere the disc is, creating a lot of havoc, and his second block of the game. Tien with the look deep to Eddie Finley. A lot of contact, and the disc drops into Finley's lap. What a fortunate sequence of events from Tien to Finley for another break for the Aviators. Tony Goss on the sideline finds Garrett Martin. And a huge foot block from Sean McDougall. And he scores for the bookends. Chris Mazer picks the disc up, finds McDougall. Incredible play from Sean. Absolutely stuffed. Giannis still barking out some orders, but Van Dusen looking deep to Sam Cook. Leaps and makes it into the end zone for the Aviators' goal. So as Seattle comes out and has no hesitation getting the disc downfield, Aviators say, we can do that too. Brown with a deep pull into the back. Caught by Tony Goss with a flying Lucas Ambrose, trying to gain that ground, but Goss reels it in.
They're just taking space. They're not taking a person. Changing it up.
Giannis Scuba to Keough gains some ground. Giannis does some give-goes with McDougall and finds a streaking Shapiro in the back of the end zone. Giannis really made that look very simple to break through the zone. And Shapiro finding the open space in the back to a great cut to get by Martin, but Schachner dumps it back to Ransom. Ransom goes up line. Terrific spot to be in for Parker Howard. Jack Brown cuts deep, brings the disc in, and Seattle is moving. Kota Sugahara in the middle, out wide to Kenny Lane. Point, Giannis and Van Dusen again in the backfield. Look like Seattle has gone back to more of a person defense. Sean McDougall going deep. Everett Shapiro uses his body perfectly to stay in the way of Chris Roach. Fantastic throw from McDougall to Shapiro. Aviators goal. 9-4 lead.
Yeah, Sean McDougall is a player who's played.
Start this Aviators possession. Inside throw to Shapiro. Shapiro with a huge backhand step out that hits McDougall perfectly in stride for the Aviators goal. McDougall loses his hat, but
Tien would want back. One more practice and that doesn't happen, I think.
Seattle looking to finish off their offensive point. Garrett Martin does a great job of moving his mark and finds Louis Berton. So Seattle starts with 16 seconds left. You will see the Aviators' tall D-line out there. Shapiro, McDougal, Steiner, Ambrose all in the backfield waiting for a disc to go up. Seattle throws a hammer, and Steiner is in position and misses it right into the hands of the waiting Jack Brown. A throw from Chris Mazer just over the head of Jack Brown, perfectly in stride to Lucas Ambrose as the Aviators get the first break of the half and take Landon Schenk getting a lot of touches today. Great to see him. He's put in a lot of work over the years. Speaking of putting a lot of work in, Brandon Lee, the shoulder-high bid on a throw to Sam Cook, gets Seattle the disc back. And Chris Roach finds Dom Jacobs in the end zone for the Seattle break of the Aviators offense, but that was a hold for the Seattle points, if I am not mistaken.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's very interesting about being able to sub Google. They've been teammates for quite a while, and knowing that your player can get there. I mean, Sean has made those plays how many times?
And that is Zach Schachner with the Callahan on the throw, I believe, from Tony Goss. Just tosses it up, and the air catches it, holds it up there long enough for Schachner to come flying through with probably one of the easiest Callahans he will ever.
I don't think you can take that away, though. You can't just say it's an easy Callahan. That is experience play. You can see Schachner, his son, there on the sideline, because that is a Father's Day present, or somebody might call it a Shaq attack. When you have players that are pivoting that far out, it's hard not to be a foul affecting the play of the throw.
Another outstanding catch by Martin. And he finds inside Zeppelin Ronig for the goal. Goss very much thanking Martin for saving him multiple times on that point and start their offensive position.
Now that play call not going to plan for the Aviators, and now forcing their O-line to play a little bit and giving a huge layout from Van Dusen
to return the disc back to his teammates. Wow. Giannis now in the middle. Back to Van Dusen. Under 2 minutes left in the game. Aviators looking to keep things simple and just close out this victory well enough. Van Dusen finds the very fast, constantly open Sean McDougal player. Parker Howard looking for somebody to throw to. Finds Garrett Martin. 5 seconds remaining. Throw goes up. 2 Aviators are waiting. Jack Brown approaches. Makes a phenomenal catch of the disc as it drops out of bounds as time expires. Maybe not necessarily the most effective goal-scoring path, but effectively entertaining way to end the game as we get a final score of the Los Angeles Aviators 23, Seattle Cascades 14 on this beautiful Father's Day.